What's good, y'all? It's your boy Coke. Got it coming at y'all with another video. Right now, we about to get into my mid-season report for the Georgia Bulldogs. Before we start, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's ride. All right. Start off, we'll just go on to what we've lost. Roquan Smith, gone. Isaiah Wynn, gone. Sony Michel, Nick Chubb, gone. Javon Wims, gone. On the defensive side, John Atkins, gone. Davin Bellamy, gone. Lorenzo Carter, gone. Dominic Sanders, gone. Roquan Smith, gone. Any other notable players? I think that's about it. All those players I just named key pieces to the offense and defense for last season's success. Last year, if you don't know already, the Bulldogs went on, finished the season 13-2. Lost the national championship in overtime to Alabama. Tough loss, very tough loss. Malcolm Parrish gone, thank God. But anyways, starting this season off, Bulldogs had a lot of hype. Me personally, I gave them hype. I felt like the defense was going to be better than what it was last year. In some parts it is, some parts it ain't. One thing I will say is that there's not a single player on that field that takes up Roquan's spot. The defense combined can't even fill the void of missing Roquan Smith. You can definitely watch our defense play and watch us last season. You can see the difference without Roquan Smith this season. But the defense is still good. Secondary is a lot better this year than it was last year. I feel like it's one of the best in the country. Offense, coming into the season, there was a lot of hype around Zamir White, Zeus. He ended up tearing his ACL again, just a couple weeks before the season started. He's out for the season as a freshman. He won't be playing. So that left us with DeAndre Swift, Elijah Holyfield, Brian Harrion. All three of these players are vets. Then the freshman, James Cook. James Cook hasn't really, been a part of the offense. Beginning of the season against the Cupcakes, he got his playing time at the end of the games. But other than that, he hasn't really been a part of the offense. DeAndre Swift has not lived up to the hype that he was receiving after how he played last season, coming behind Chubb and Michelle. Elijah Holyfield, surprising to a lot of people, but not really to me. I knew with Zeus being out, Elijah Holyfield was definitely going to get the touches because there is no other power back. There's no bruiser besides Zeus and Elijah Holyfield. But Zeus is out for the season, so Elijah Holyfield stepped in. He's the leading rusher, and he's definitely doing his thing throughout this season. And you got the wide receiving core, which I personally am very disappointed in. The quarterback, the whole passing game, because starting the season off, I predicted that our passing game was going to be on a whole nother level compared to what it was last year and the years before. But it's not. It's actually looking worse than it did last year. And I'm not going to say it's on the receiver's fault. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But Jake Fromm's also looking worse. He's not. I've been telling people all year long, I haven't seen no progress, nothing from him, nothing to show me he's better than what he was last year. From what I've seen, honestly, he looks way worse than what he did last year. I know his completion percentage is, great, blah, 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 his efficiency, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but come on. We watched the game. That's why stats are misleading. You can look at stats and they can tell you one thing, but if you watch the game and look at the eye test, that tells you the real deal. And you can see that Jake Fromm's not the same guy he was last year. Do I believe Fields should start? I don't know, but I definitely believe Fields should have definitely, up to this point so far, gotten plenty of in-game experience for the passing game. All those cupcake games that he came into, they definitely should have been letting him pass. We know he can run. We don't need to see him run. Maybe they're trying to hide his passing abilities so that way no one has film. Possibly. It worked out for Bama and Tua last season. Bring him in. No one had film. And he carved up our secondary. Maybe that's it. That's just hopeful thinking. But whatever the case is, we haven't seen it, so I don't know if Fields would be a better option. I do believe he would be at this point because Fromm has been looking like ass. He really has. He doesn't look like a seasoned vet. He has one whole season on his belt. I don't care if he's a sophomore. He played all last season, big games and all, produced in big games. SEC championship, he produced. Rose Bowl, he produced. National championship, he produced. This season, he hasn't, except for against Vandy. That's it. Right now, we're 6-1. It's a bye week this week. We just took a L to LSU. It doesn't really affect our season because we can win out. We don't even really got to win out. All we really got to do, beat Florida, beat Kentucky, and then we're in. We can lose to Auburn and lose to Georgia Tech, and we're still in the SEC championship because Florida and Kentucky both have SEC losses already. So if we beat them, that gives them 2. So we could lose to Auburn and still get in. No one's wanting us to lose to Auburn. No one's saying we will. I don't even think we will. I'm just saying. The LSU game was a big game. We lost, but it doesn't hurt our season. We went out, go to the SEC championship, beat whoever we beat, and we're in the playoffs. Simple as that. Do I think that's going to happen? Honestly, no. Now look, I know some of you Georgia fans that's going to watch this. Y'all going to try talking some shit. You ain't a real fan. Go cheer for this team, this, that. Go follow Mark Richter, Miami, whatever. And y'all can shut the fuck up about that, okay? No, there's no rule book on how to be a fan of a team. And regardless of anything, I'm a realist before anything. Now, I'm a fan, definitely, okay? Am I going to bet on my Dogs every game? You damn right. Even if I feel like they're going to lose, I'm going to bet them because that's my fucking team. But you got to be a realist. And right now, I'm being a realist. I do not. I said it weeks ago that the Georgia Bulldogs are not contenders. And the way we've been playing, they're not. We still have 5 games left in a conference championship. Things can change, okay? We could come out from that loss to LSU, go through this whole bye week, and then come out against Florida, smack them, smack Kentucky, smack Auburn, smack Georgia Tech, smack UMass, and then go on the SEC championship, and then even win that. Like, things can get turned around because we got the talent. We definitely got the talent. We got the players to be contenders. It's just right now we're not playing like contenders. That's all that is. But they're not. This year, the Georgia Bulldogs are not contenders. But there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that at all, okay? Kirby Smart is most definitely building a dynasty in Athens, all right? I understand last season, we got a little spoiled, all right? Starting the season last year, after the way Kirby's first year went, not a single soul. None of us was thinking about national championship. I mean, I made my predictions that we was going to, go undefeated throughout the season, go 12-0. We ended up going 11-1 throughout the regular season. But I definitely didn't have national championship in my mind, I was just, all I wanted to do was win the East. That's it. All we had to do was win the East, and I would have been happy. We could have got slaughtered in the SEC championship, and I still would have been happy. We could have got slaughtered in the SEC championship and lost our bowl game. I still would have been happy because my goal last season was to win the East. And now, we got a little bit spoiled. Kirby come from Bama, which obviously they're in the title talks every single year. They've been in the national championship the past 3 seasons in a row, won 2 of them. So Kirby comes to Georgia, he turns us around, takes us to the Natty, goes to overtime, loses to Bama. So a lot of fans are a little spoiled. A lot of fans are thinking, if we don't make it to the playoffs, we don't make it to the Natty, it's a bust season. But it's not, all right? We win the East, and it's a successful season, okay? Now, if we don't win the East, now that's when you can talk some shit. But if we win the East, just be happy, okay? 68% of our whole roster is freshmen or sophomores, all right? Now, let that sink in real quick, all right? 68% of our roster is freshmen or sophomores. Now, come next season, it's going to be even more percentage than that, all right? But what that lets you know is that these players we got are here for a good couple of years. And Kirby's not stopping with the way he recruits, okay? We just lost. Before Lewis Seen committed to Georgia, we had just lost 3 recruits. Jalen Perry, Jaden Hazelwood, and J.D. Bertrand. All 3 of them are high recruits, Not Jaden Hazelwood is the only one that's a top on the national level. But the rest of them, 4 stars. Jalen Perry and J.D. Bertrand, they're 4 stars. These are good recruits. We lost them and went from #1 recruiting class to the number 3 recruiting class. All right? That lets you know how good Kirby Smart's recruiting for us. So, even if we don't make it to the playoffs this year, even if we don't make it to the Natty this year, it's not a bust. Okay? Look at our offensive line. All right? Put Ben Cleveland in there. All right? That's what? 1, 2, 3. Was that 3? 3 out of the 5 starting offensive linemen are freshmen, sophomores, or redshirt sophomores. And we're still recruiting big time on the offensive line. Wide receivers, you know, Terry Godwin's gone. McCole Hardman might be gone. I don't know if he's really built his stock up enough. Riley Ridley might be gone too. But even if they are, Kearis Jackson, Tommy Bush, Matt Landers, J.J. Holloman, Dominic Blaylock, and I'm predicting Jalen Hazelwood's going to commit back to Georgia, and he's going to be a dog next year. Isaac Now'll probably maybe will go to draft. He might not need enough. He might not need too much more film for him. Combine and all, and pro day will be enough for him to build his stock up. And then next year, if Jake Fromm don't lose his job this year, then that's good for Fromm. But if Fromm doesn't do his job, then that's Justin Fields going to be there next season. And that's good for us, all right? Just saying, look, we're not contenders this year. If we can win it, yes, we can win it. But we're not just clear-cut contenders. You know, Bulldog fans can be mad, but you just got to be a realist, okay? We're a great team. We're one of the best teams in the country. We're just not contenders this year. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because after this week's games, I'm going to go ahead and make my updated playoff predictions. I want to wait till after this week because we got some good games coming up this week, and it's going to let me see what I really want to see. But just make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy, Coach Gotti, and I'm out.